all 12/6 category for December 12th, 2020 in the Wards and Haynes Firearms Auction. Thanks for watching. This is going to be a little hands-on, if you will. 300 series and 400 series of serial number of lot numbers, if you will. H&R 901 plated. Looks more like a chrome plate than a nickel plate, but let's just go through the indexing. Lockup. A bit loose, but I don't think it's any more loose than any of these ever are. Let's try double action. So far, every pull of the trigger or cocking of the hammer has indexed the cylinder, and the lockup seems to be as expected. Faux ivory grips in the white plastic, and I don't remember if they originally were that yellow or not, and because all the ones you see are older now, so it's okay for what it is. I think we have a decent little piece there. 300 Bravo. This is not a factory box, this is just a Christmas box, which coincidentally is like Christmas time. A little bit of paperwork in there for showing the old paperwork, or the old configuration of it. Hinges up, locks in place, no more loose or tight than normal. There's a hole drilled in the hammer you see up top there. That would have been in your pictures too. This looks like it's a replacement hammer somebody's made, I believe. And again, you might be able to look at that and say, no, but I think it's a made up one. But it is cycling. And so I think what you see is what you get on that one. On Charlie, comes with this little satchel. That's got nothing to do with being a factory satchel. That's actually a little shaving kit type of thing. On the Beretta, blued finish. You can see it worn in all the expected places for cycling, for handling, for holster use. It does come with the magazine, mechanically. I would say quite nice, actually. It's mechanically is much nicer than it would appear. Not that it appears bad, it's just well worn. Like all the finish is worn there, and on the front strap there, and exactly where you'd expect it. So it's had some use, but it's not abused. It's just used. So and you can hear the action. So what you see is what you get on that one. And again, as I mentioned in other videos, these are all, just before we fire up the camera, we make sure everything's not loaded, for the 18th time. You'd actually be amazed at how many times we get loaded firearms delivered to us. Not so much delivered to us, it's usually when we go to pick up a big pile from a house that's been sitting, and maybe from executors and whatnot. It's not uncommon. Little Irma, not a lot of wear. Honestly, you see a little bit of wear on the real high spots that just cannot be avoided, but you don't see. You got the front strap there where you're really gripping it, but the back strap I think is a plastic. So that's the most, but that's where all of your handling is. But look at the sides. That finish is mostly intact. Mechanically, I'll have to take this out each time. We got that slide out of the way enough. What do you call it? The magazine out of the way. How graceful is that? I'll just take it right out of the way. There we go. I don't want to cycle it too many times, but it just feels like a good solid piece. Comes with the one magazine with the finger grooves on it. So a good piece there. 22 long rifle. Don't want to dry fire that a bunch of times. Again, they always have been in its lifetime. So 1 or 2 times for us to do a little video. Not the end of the world. 300 Golf, American Bulldog. You can see the cylinder is rotating freely. It doesn't seem to be a lot of pressure holding the spring pressure, if any. And now the cylinder won't fall, or the hammer won't fall. So we have a little bit of issues there. So I definitely want you to be bidding accordingly. Octagonal barrel, most of the finish is actually there, the plated finish. And every time there's a little nick, There's a bit of surface rust on it. So that's what happens with these plated ones, or anything that has a finish on it. But the plating is seems to be it's either an all or none, whereas bluing is more of a gradual thing. Seems to be more forgiving. And so yeah, anyhow, mechanically needs some love. 300 Foxtrot comes with this adorable little holster. How cute is that? That's your Sunday go to meeting holster. On the little Rossi Princess, they call it. Let's check mechanically. It's indexing. Try some hammer usage. Don't want to do any more than that. Lockup, respectable. Cylinder opening, respectable. Cylinder locking, respectable. Most of your finish is there. You can see that that is a nickel finish, I'm sure, and almost all intact. Interesting fluting because it's got grooves in there. Well, not a check ring, but literally grooved in the hole in each flute. So it's really quite a cute little piece. I know I said cute again. 300 Hotel is fun because we have another old Haynes tag from the Great West Inn, and I'm not sure what all tags we have in the sale, but I remember reaching out to Linda down in Red Deer some weeks back when we were cataloging some stuff. I said we had 8 or 9 tags of her dad's old tags in the sale, and I think there's more than that. I think we're probably more like about 15 or something, and we left them all on. So all the long guns that are in the sale that have them, we left them all on. So your ejecting is nice. It hinges nicely. Feels a little bit stiff there, but nothing weird. Locked up quite nicely. Cylinder is just freewheeling there. A little bit of issue with that for sure. Doesn't quite want to cock. So it's not indexing. Needs a little bit of attention in that respect. So again, and you know what? Sometimes these things turn up when we're doing these little videos. This is only the second sale we've ever done these little videos for. That we didn't notice during cataloging. And that's just the reality of some of these older pieces, be it antique or old 12.6 stuff or old anything. You're handling it to catalog and it seems to be cycling, and then you come to do the video and it's not. We don't really cross-check to say, oh, but when we cataloged it, we said it seems to be working nicely. But I'm sure one day that might happen as well, where we're cross-checking back. This one I like, 300 kilo. So that other one, as you can see, needs some love. On the little Smith & Wesson, this one's got a grip safety. Not very common. Let's check the mechanics first, and internal hammer, of course. Indexed each time. Lock up, really quite nice. Like, look at the movement, hardly any movement. I'm very impressed with this piece. And then it's got so now that I'm not gripping the safety, it won't cycle. Gripping it, cycles. Wear, the patina is quite nice. You can see that there is holster wear. There is wear in the handling areas, more so this side down here for the right-handed, more so than the left-handed side. Your high spots have wear on them. But I think patina-wise, it's got exactly the wear you want it to have. So this one buy with 100% confidence. This one's 300 kilo. Very impressive little piece, and with the internal hammer and whatnot. 300 Juliet. This is the last one in the 300 series. Nickel-plated. 32 S&W and H Hopkins and Allen. Let's see. We got freewheeling cylinder. Freewheeling. Lock up there, it's loose. Let's try some double action. Doesn't quite make it to lock up, so a little bit of tune up to do there before you want to shoot it, to be safe. This is loose up here too. The spring is loose. The ejecting is working. You can see even the fact that spring is not sort of positively re-engaging down there. You can tell that that needs a little bit of work. And most of the plating is intact. That's more a function of the photographs than the video, but you know, the video is more to show you this sort of a thing. And you get both. So this one needs a little bit of work, but it is salvageable. That's the end of the 300s. Now we've got a handful in the 400s. Again, Hopkins and Allen, nickel plated as well, and 400 alpha. Anytime there's plating missing, again, you have immediate surface rust. Again, we're sort of sticky. Is it trying to work? You can see it's trying to work. You can almost feel the energy I'm having to put into there just by watching. I shouldn't wear the gloves, then you can see the little, my thumb turn reddish when I'm trying to pull it. So it's more a function of cleaning and lubricating properly. Because otherwise it is going through the motions. It's even locking up. So it's indexing all the way through into lockup really quite nicely, and you know, not a lot of movement. You know, for these, that's pretty good for these, as a rule. So a very good project piece. Just needs, again, take it home, get a good disassemble and bath, and you know, possibly have to tune up a few pieces. This one, not so much. Most of the plating gone in a kind of a weird way too. Seems like a lot of mechanical removing, and cylinders freewheeling there. Indexing not so good. It's not cycling. It's not cocking. Double action's trying to do something. Pretty sloppy in the lockup. Look at that. But it does sort of show that it's mostly intact. But for whatever reason, you cannot properly, or you can't single action. It won't cooperate that way. So that's a real project piece, that one, on 400 Bravo. 400 Charlie, I remember being fairly nice. You can see the patina on it, so a lot of bluing is intact in the harder to wear off spots, and then a lot of it is gone, but nice brown patina, octagonal barrel, folding trigger, double action. I'd say lockup is a little bit sloppy, but probably no more than you would expect. I know that's a subjective term, you know, but I am showing you, so you're seeing what I'm seeing. Single action. Loading gate. You know, it's snug, it doesn't fall down, you know. A folding trigger, that's got to be every bit as safe as a trigger guard, I'm sure of it. Nice checkering on that one. So I think you could buy that one with confidence. British Bulldog, clear on the top on that one. So I definitely have, you know, like I say, for lack of a better term, bid with confidence. 400 Delta. Delta? Yes. Unknown Belgian type. Maker Bulldog type is what we have on here. You can see we have wire through here. Probably came in that way because parts missing. Cylinders just being wired into there. Trigger doesn't work properly. Very brown patina. What's parts miss is like screws missing and stuff. But here's an interesting little tidbit, and I don't know what the story is, but here's a RCMP tag on here from 1987, October 14th, 1987, exhibit number 1, case whatever. I don't know if somebody has access to that sort of information, but why? This is RCMP Laboratories, and it has all that information on it. So that, to me, is what makes this worth buying. It's just a fun little conversation piece to have in the gun room, because I don't think you would restore a piece like that. It's a little bit too tired. And I think that it's just too cool just the way it is. 400 Echo, nickel plated, Smith & Wesson 19. This is like beautiful. This is like beautiful. It's not just like beautiful, it is beautiful. Little cylinder ring there, but this is mechanically awesome. I'll go through the motions. I already know it's awesome because I've already played with it, for lack of a better term, because I love revolvers. So when I see a piece like this come through, I would just love to have had the ability to have this. I don't have a 12.6 license because I'm an idiot. I sold pieces way back in the 90s that I shouldn't have and didn't keep one. Foxtrot, 400 Foxtrot. The point is, buy Echo with confidence. It's like brand new. The little Rome piece, not a high-end piece as far as quality goes. And this is 22 short only. And I'll tell you what, this sale particularly has more 22 short ammunition in it than I've seen in a long time. But this is quite a decent little piece. You can hear it. Click, click, click as we go along. Lock up. I'm going to do a few dry fires, but I don't want to make a habit of it on a rimfire piece. But it's a pretty decent little lockup on it. Wearing is, I don't even think it's a blued finish. I think it's some more of, I don't even know what it is. It's not, I don't think it's true blue, but call it blue for lack of a better term. And worn where you would expect. Little holster areas or pocket areas, handling areas, thumbing areas. You can see, and I'm sure we would have cataloged it, but if not, here's another chance to see some electric pencil on the side there. But mechanically, better than the average, I would say. Really is quite a nice little, indexing and so on. But a 22 short probably didn't get a lot of miles on it. And even if you are putting miles on it, how much damage can, it's not getting a lot of pressure in it. And so that's a decent little piece. And like I say, lots of ammo in this sale. On the Mob 400 Gulf is the lot. Does come with a magazine. Bluing is mostly intact, but very quite brown. It's very brown patina, which is nice. Worn in the expected areas. We're of course here to talk about cycling and so on. Pretty consistent. Feels dry. It's been sitting in the vault for a while and needs to get some lube on it. So I think you can pretty much what you see is what you get. You could buy that one with enough confidence to get you off to the races. Little Spanish piece, semi-automatic again with the magazine, and trigger's not pulling. There we go. Nope. There we go. Nope. What am I doing wrong?
Nothing. It just doesn't work.
This one just doesn't work, my cameraman says. Hopefully we have it cataloged that way. It's been so long since I've handled everything, but there you go. And in some cases we'll actually remember to go and check these in the catalog to see what we did. But finish-wise, it seems like it's good. So I'm not sure what's happened. The grips are cracked there, but it is in fact not working. There is something wonky going on with that one. 400 Hotel, so you buy that one as a little bit of a project. I'll go back to the revolver because I feel at home with them. And so again, thanks for watching that one. 300 series, 400 series of the 12.6 Prohibs. We still have some more to come in the restricted and of course lots in the non-restricted class. So thanks for watching, wardsauctions.com. And my name is Brad Ward and we'll talk to you soon.